gosh, I've been having some very weird dreams lately. In fact, let me just... Yep. Okay. Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Harvestcraft. Weird dreams aside, we have got lots to do today, and the first things that I'm going to do is just a couple of things that I forgot to do in last episode. From last episode, I had some great suggestions for what we could name the farm and also our beautiful Great Dane. Now, I was lucky enough that I did a little bit of fishing and actually managed to catch a name tag. So I have named our lovely dog, this is Bear. She's a lady. That was a lovely suggestion from James Dabbs. I thought, yeah, she's a big old bear, isn't she? Now, we also have a really great suggestion for the name of the farm, which I thought was pretty cute, from Dragon Slayer, which was Fairy Daisy Cottage, I believe. Now, you know me, guys. I'm gonna tweak that a little bit. But first, you know, if we're gonna name something after fairies, we kind of need some evidence that this is a place that maybe fairies have been. Now, what makes you think more of fairies than a fairy ring? Right, I've cleared a little space over here. I'm just gonna stick this in the middle so that I remember where the middle is. And we're gonna do ourselves... Oh, fairy ring. Maybe that's too far, actually. Now, fairy rings are really interesting because they're actually caused by a tree decomposing in the ground. And normally, obviously, it's mushrooms that surround it, which I think is kind of cool. It's like a little tree grave, which I guess is a place that you perhaps would find an entrance into the fairy realm. And then we're just going to whack this in the middle. Nice. Oh, it's given us a really weird name. Let's not have that. Now, I think we're going to go for Daisy Ring Farm to kind of work that in there, and we should be able to, yep, ooh, activate it. Nice. So now we have that, and there is our reference to the fairies. So the daisy ring created by the fairies is part of Fairy Cottage. That kind of gives it like a really cool magical effect. Maybe it was the fairies who created these waystones, and it's up to us to kind of like repopulate the world with them. That is so cool. Now I'm going to try and make one this episode, and we're going to take it with us over to Fernfell Hollow so that we can actually get zip quickly between them. But I'm going to walk over there now with a few resources. I'm going to have to go get a few things. We're going to start on our first building, which I think is going to be the town hall, where eventually all the librarians are going to live. So let's get cracking. There we are, guys. There is the front of the building. Only problem is I forgot to actually bring my bone blocks with me, which is what is supposed to be upstairs, which is why there's like a huge gap there. I also didn't bring any windows, but I've got a special mod that I'm going to show you today, guys, to do with windows. And we also need to finish the sides and the roof. A little bit of an issue with the roof, guys. I forgot that I don't have a cyan sheep. So I don't have any cyan wool, so I decided to use grey in its place. And to be honest, I don't hate it, actually. It's sort of I don't know, it sort of goes. I guess because the outside of the roof is grey, maybe it's like bits where like maybe it's like painted rather than it being like a copper roof, which I think is what a lot of people use like the warped for, and it's like come off and there's like tin or something underneath. But yeah, this is going to be the town hall. This bit here is interesting because a town hall like this, they used to call them assembly rooms, and like in I guess like the Georgian period, people used to go and they like would meet up with their friends and they would just kind of like walk around in a circle because it's like obviously warm and dry inside, and that's like how you would socialize. Very bizarre custom, but you know, that's what it is. Unfortunately, the guy who lived here, I did get rid of his house, which is why he's upstairs. I've also made him into a librarian. He has wandered off. I don't know where he is, but yeah, he is a librarian, and I've been using him to get a couple of emeralds just in case the wandering trader turns up again, and then we can get ourselves, well, I don't know, whatever he's got really. So I've managed to do the side of the house now. I actually didn't have a complete design when I designed this in creative, so I've just kind of gone some blocks. And I think some blocks is a great method for building with. Now before I go and get my bone blocks, there's a couple of things that we need to do. Oh, I also took down this house, but I like this little chair design, so I decided to leave it here and remind me so that I can eventually put it in here, because at the moment I'm just kind of using this place as like a temporary storage, and obviously we've got our little friend living upstairs. I think I'm going to let him wander free. The other librarians are going to be sealed in, but he might be one that is allowed to wander because he just sells paper. Yeah, he is only here to give us emeralds for paper. Now, the first thing that I want to do, and I looked it up so I would know the recipe, is actually make some windows. So this is Macaw's windows, and it is such a fabulous mod. Look at this. So we need a couple of window panes and then just 4 of these, and you actually get 4 of them, so that's pretty good. Right, I should have everything I need. Right, so we've got lots of panes, and I think I'm going to make 8 of these. Excellent. And I think to make the double high window, you just put 2 of them together. So let's stick that in. And there we have 1 double high. And then we whack it in here. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so good. What a great mod. Right, I'm going to do the rest of these and we'll see what it looks like. And there we go. It's kind of subtle, but I like it. It adds like an extra dimension of depth to this. So we kind of go in, we've got this wall, and then we've got this, and these bits kind of sticking out. I really, really like this mod. It's such a cool one. Now I've got a different design for the ones upstairs. I think we're going to use spruce logs, because you can use any of the logs to make windows, and that'll give them a nice dark outline around, you know, the stripped wood and what will eventually be a bone block when we go and get those. And the nice easy way for us to go and get those, of course, is I actually have all the ingredients for us to make a thingamabob. You know, a thingy. One of these waystone-y thingies. Here we go. What's that called? A warpstone. A thingy. Cool. Right, the warpstone can be used for a couple of things. You can actually make scrolls. And I think it's... No, that's wrong. Let me see if I can do this from memory. Oh, yes, look. Perfect. Yeah, you can make warp scrolls, but obviously we want to have a waystone that is going to be here in our town. And now we just need somewhere to put it. I kind of feel like it should be in the middle of town, but I haven't really finished like taking down all of these houses and stuff yet. So maybe we should stick it... Maybe we should stick it inside the town hall. That could be quite interesting. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let's not have that name. There we are, guys. Fernfell Hollow, and then we just activate it. Nice. So all we need to do now is click it and go back and get ourselves some bone blocks. Oh, I'd forgotten actually, there's another one of these out in the jungle somewhere, so that might be useful later if we ever want to go back to spawn, but where we actually want to go now is here. Ooh, it worked! It worked! Look at that! Wow, transportation is the best! Hello? There's a bee in my house. Why is there a bee in my house? Why is there a door on my house? Okay, this is very bizarre. Hello? Oh. That was not there when we left. What? Hello? Oh my gosh. What's going on? Well, guys, it turns out that we have made a very terrible mistake. I'd like to introduce you guys here to... She's wandered off now. She's very distracted by the house. This is Her Majesty, Queen Beerilla of the Bee Empire. I don't really know what to say. So the reason I've been having weird dreams is because of Queen Beerilla. She's been trying to teach me how to speak bee. So yes, I can speak bee now. In order to tell me that I had accidentally kidnapped her. She's from an alternate dimension, a parallel reality, which is like, you know, run by bees. And unfortunately, they had some kind of like mega disaster, which is why she's now here. And, you know, in kind of like a more bee-like form. I think her form is different in the alternate universe. And they're trying to, you know, find a new place to live. And I accidentally kidnapped her. She is looking for more of her people so that she can begin a bee society again. Oops, sorry, Your Majesty. She's just having a little rest here at the moment. She's exploring the house. She's been quite complimentary about my house, actually. But obviously the flowers are very distracting, you know, because she is indeed a bee. But obviously, you know, I feel terrible. I feel terrible that we've like accidentally kidnapped like bee royalty. She's having a great time up here. This is my bedroom, okay? She seems to like it. So obviously I have apologized profusely to Her Majesty, and we need to actually find her like a nice new home. And in exchange for helping her to like build up, you know, her new bee empire, she's actually offered us to teach us about her like advanced technology from the parallel universe, which is pretty cool. Let's be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna be in charge of making sure that Queen Beerilla is safe and protected. Right, I've given Her Majesty a flower because she needs honey. It's like a biological imperative that they like make as much honey as possible. She told me, but obviously she's still getting used to her new bee form in this like, you know, non-hyper-intelligent bee universe. Oh look, you got pollen. Well done, Your Majesty. Well done. She's getting there. She's getting the hang of it. But she's told me some interesting thing, guys. Some really, really interesting things that we are going to have to try out immediately. But we need to head back to Fernfell Hollow because I am so excited to show you guys the amazing technology which has been shared with me. Woof. Transportation makes you a bit dizzy. Now, it is very, very generous of Queen Beerilla to have shown us like some of her amazing technology, considering the fact that I actually kidnapped her. But she said, you know, after giving me like, she's put like a little chip in my hand. And like what we do is we crouch and we do this. Oh my gosh. I have a librarian in my pocket. Let's put him down. He doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear. He maybe is a little bit disorientated because he just fell down the stairs, but... Oh my gosh! And that, guys, is not the only thing that we can do. Oh gosh. Calm down a bit, sir. Calm down. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. The disorientation will go. I think I'm going to go experiment on some of our other villagers, I think. Now, if you cast your mind back, guys, I locked 2 baby villagers in here, but I believe they are now both adults. Excellent. And do you guys like science? Because I sure do. In the pocket. Look at a little villager in my pocket. And this guy is escaping. He doesn't like science as much. But that's okay, because we like science. And now we need to get these guys to breed. Right, so according to my new recipe, Easy Villagers, we need ourselves a bed and some iron ingots. I don't have those on me, but we can probably take these guys back with us and make ourselves like a little villager breeder. How cool is that? That poor guy is still really disorientated. It does mean that we will be imprisoning these guys inside a small glass box, but you know, for science. Okay, this is pretty hilarious, but like they continue to make noises. Oh, I have exactly 2 pieces of iron left. Lucky me. They continue to make noises while they're in your pocket, which is a little bit disconcerting. Just a little bit disconcerting, but I'm sure we'll get used to that. Right, do we have all the ingredients? I think it was glass panes. Yeah, and then we just need a bed. Well, we can just go get a bed from the village. Time to swoop-de-whoop. Woo! Well, that was concerning. Sometimes the teleportation device is slightly glitchy. I think that's the fairies being angry with us. Maybe. Oh dear. Maybe it's because we've got too many villagers in our pocket. Right, so let's grab this bed. And we want to do this. Bed. Wood. And there we go. We have a breeder. I think I'm going to need something... Let's put it here for now. Ooh, okay. Interesting. I definitely used a purple bed. Right. So we need to put... Yes, we need to put the villagers in. So in you go, sir. Uh-huh. There you go. Right. And they now need food. Right. That is a bit of an issue. Because we don't have a lot of food that villagers like. I suppose I could give them some bread. Do they just need 12 pieces of bread? I have a lot of wheat, I guess. We can only get 4 at the moment, so we're going to need to do like a little bit of a setup. One of the other things as well is we might see... I might go and consult with Her Majesty and see if we can make an iron farm, because I did have a design in mind. There is one that you can make in Peaceful that's designed by Ilmango, but if we can do it using, you know, the super cool... secret bee technology, then you know, that would be wicked. My friend, things are looking up. Fernfell Hollow is about to become well populated. You, my friend, are not going to be alone anymore. How exciting, how exciting. What I need to do now is actually finish the rest of the town hall / assembly room / like library for my friend here. I've added some windows at the top there. Now those windows were actually a lot more complicated and used a lot more resources than this did. You need like sticks and glass and stuff. I'll show you how to make those because I think I'm going to add them to my own house, but probably in next episode. I also changed the design of the balcony, so that now sticks out. So it's more like a Juliet balcony, which is a kind of balcony that you can't actually walk onto. Added a little bit in the inside, bit of a window so there's no draft, and filled this wall in because I don't think we'll have any windows on this side. So now I just have to do the other 2 walls. So let's do it. And there it is, guys. Mostly finished. I kind of ran out of materials for a few things. The windows actually take up a lot more materials than I would have thought. We can make a few more of them to go around the back here, but I also ran out of bone blocks. So I might have to go into the nether and actually like dig some up. Yeah, you can see there's a window missing up there as well. So yeah, it's mostly finished. Unfortunately, the well that I built a few episodes ago is gonna have to go because it is like... literally like right up against the building, and that don't look right. Now whilst I've been busy, these guys have also been busy. Not in there, I actually put them in here. Look, we have some baby villagers. Now I got myself a lectern, and if we pop upstairs you can see I've made this guy kind of like the custodian. I don't know what you would call him. He's like the building manager, so he gets to be free and he can wander out the door. But these guys I've made special little kind of like librarian holes. Eventually I would like to turn these into bookcases, but I don't have enough emeralds at the moment to be buying bookcases off these guys. But they do have nice windows, and the nice windows open. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It took me a while to figure out you have to like press the frame to get it to close, but I think what we'll do is if we stick the lectern here, we should be able to just click him in there. Can you escape from there? He might be able to escape from there. Let's, yep. Bye. Let's catch him. Yoink. I don't know how long you have to wait for them to grow up. Let's wait for him to grow up before we do this. Now, while we wait for the babies to grow up, I think I will actually make myself the trader, because I've realized one of the issues with this building is I've used quite a lot of barrels in it. So when they become adults, they'll probably become fishermen, which is not what we want. We want them to become librarians. So I'm going to make this thing, and unfortunately I had to go and get the block of iron that like signified my iron chest, because it is literally the only iron I have left. So we will also need to be making the iron farm. God bless Her Majesty. She's taught me how to make all of these things, and I think she might have more to teach us in the future. But first, let's deal with villagers. Guess who forgot to get the redstone? Praise the fair folk for their foresight in creating those machines. Otherwise we would be spending a long time traveling between these two places. Right, there we are, trader. So what we do is if we take this upstairs, I have actually trapped both baby villagers in here so that they can't escape. And I think we'll get the first one when they're cooked. And I guess we just stick the lectern in. Oh, yes, like that. Now, I don't want to keep them in here. I think this is kind of cruel. And also doesn't look that aesthetic. Maybe if I wanted to have one in, like, my house, like... I don't know why I would want to have a villager trapped inside a glass box in my house, but you never know for the future. I am going to let them kind of like, not exactly roam free, but certainly be, have a breeze from the window. So we just need you guys to get on with growing up, and then we can finally get some mending so that I don't lose all of my tools. But guys, I'm afraid that is all we've got time for in this episode. I was so excited. I was like set to like just carry on. Look at him looking at me. I was just gonna keep going, but you know, we've got to stop, and we will continue on. And we've also got to start thinking about what we are going to build for the lovely, gorgeous Queen Beerilla. We'll definitely want a nice sanctuary for her and her bee friends, perhaps in the jungle, maybe even at spawn. One thing you can do for me between episodes though, guys, I think we need to give a name to our site manager. I think that's what we'll call him. The site manager villager needs to have a name. So if you'd like to give him your own name or drop another name in the comments, that would be fantastic, guys. But otherwise, I will catch you in the next episode.